What do you think about Martin Luther's removal of the Apocrypha from that original canon?
Yeah, great question. So he didn't. But
What does that mean, the Apocrypha?
So Roman Catholics and Protestants have different number of books in their Bibles. So this is part of why I was in Italy, because we went to Trento in Italy, where the Council of Trent happened, where the Council of Trent was the Counter-Reformation. So 1546 to 1563, I think it was. They respond to the Reformation because they're like, okay, like Protestantism has become this big thing. We need to deal with this. So let's try to bring the Protestants and the Catholics together and figure this out. So
that we can reunite the believers? Or?
Sort of, although they invite the Protestants and they say, you can show up, but you can't vote. So they don't really... and so the Protestants hear this and they're like, well, we're not showing up then. And a few show up later on. But part of the conversation is that there was no one Roman Catholic Bible. So you go back to, say, St. Jerome in the 4th century. He translates the Greek Old Testament and Greek New Testament into Latin. That's the Vulgate. It's the Vulgata, right? It just means like common. So people weren't speaking Greek anymore. They were speaking Latin. And so Constantine says, we need a Bible that people can actually read. So he commissions Jerome to translate the Bible into the language that everybody can read. At the time, though, Jerome doesn't believe that the Apocrypha, so this other group of books in the Old Testament, not the New Testament, are scripture. So Jerome argues against Augustine, who does believe they were scripture. But there's always this open conversation. The only council that makes any delineation on what scripture is the Council of Trent. So at Trent, that is when the Catholics would call it the Deuterocanonical books. And I'm a little disappointed that you didn't. You used my term, though, which I'm okay with.
Sure.
Because Apocrypha typically means like it's a term for things that are out.
Right. I went to Presbyterian school.